Today we're making an earthquake detector. So let's first talk about some of the tools that we'll need. We'll need a hot glue gun, a wire cutter, a mini drill, a ruler. Now, let's put these to the side. The material we'll need are, we need a board. It's a base, so you can either use cardboard boxes and just use cardboard cutout, a stick, and other longer stick, and a little block. Now, we'll also need a 9-volt battery, a buzzer, a 9-volt battery holder, connector, and LED, a washer, a crocodile clip, some red wire, and perhaps some black wire as well. In addition, we'll also need to have a nut and bolt. So let's take a look. Let's move everything aside. So here is our board. So first thing is, let's just go ahead and use a pencil and mark the location of where I want to have my design. Out here. I also have a plate right here. So this is to put my buzzer and my LED light. And then I also have my battery around here or so. So now, let me just mark it, shade it a little darker so you can see. Okay, so all the other area is blank. So you can go ahead and decorate that. Okay, it can be something from the internet, a printout, something about earthquake, or it can just be a logo, Earthquake Detector, or you can have the earthquake logo put on here on the strip of wood. Okay, so it's up to you, but we can go ahead and decorate it ourselves. Now, let's take a look. First thing we want to do is go ahead and let's just do this first. We want to go ahead and put this washer onto the stick. So let's just say about 1/3 of the length, okay? Okay. And we're going to have it here. That looks good. we want to have this on the top. Okay, so now let's take a look. We want it to be glued on like here instead of on the top, so on the side, because we need to have a little bit of measurement. So earlier I already measured it, but we'll do it again. As you can see, the washer, the width is 1.5 centimeter. So if we glue from here, and it'll be 1.5 centimeter is the end of it. So we want it to be about half. So that'll be about 7 millimeters. So we'll go ahead and put about 7 millimeters. And where's my pencil? Okay. So I have a mark right here. And I do want it to be about approximately the center. Okay. So, or probably on this side would be easier for you to see. About 7 centimeters. Oh, 7 millimeters, sorry. Okay. And about the center. So this thing is, oh, this goes by inches. This is 1 inch, so about half an inch. So about where the X is where I want to drill. Now onto the drill. This is the mini drill that we have. So now what we have to do is we have to press this button in order for it to lock the motor. Okay? Otherwise, you will turn forever and you cannot close it, or you cannot take it off. You want to press it. Okay, now we put the holder in there, and then we'll put the plastic cap, close it, and then we'll put the drill bit, and we'll go ahead and lock it. All right, now, so how do you turn this on? Is you press this button right here, and you have 3 speeds. You have slow, medium, and high. Okay, and then off. So first thing is we want to turn it on high. So now with a power tool, even though it's a mini power tool, you still need to be very careful. All right, so don't talk to anybody while you're using the tool. So go ahead and turn it on to high, and we just find that spot and we drill it in, drill it through. So as you can see, it's through. So, but we want the hole to be a little bit bigger, so we'll just go ahead and just twist it. Okay. Whoop. Now, turn it off. So next thing is I want to test it out, just to making sure that I can put it through. So I'll just go ahead and use wire. And yes, it goes through. All right. So next thing is I want to center it and glue it onto here. So go ahead and put a little bit of glue. the next thing we want to do is take our battery holder and put this to the side. The next thing we want to do is just to test out, making sure our LED and our buzzer are working. Go ahead and plug it in. Now let's try the buzzer first. So red is positive and black is negative. So we can hear that this is working and the battery is working. So next thing is the LED. So an LED is a dial. To put it in short, a dial is only one unidirectional, so it's only one direction. In other words, in previous years, you have used test out little tiny light bulbs, correct? And it doesn't matter which positive or which wire goes where, it will light up. Whereas a dial, it has to be the correct polarity. So if you can see, let me put it closer, you can see here, the wires sticking out, the two wires, one is longer than the other. The longer one is positive. The shorter one is negative. So we want red on the longer side and black on the shorter side. Here it is. It's working. So we know everything is working. Now, we can go ahead and glue the battery onto the spot where we marked. So we marked it here, and let's see which way I want, because sometimes all depends on how long is your wire. You want to make sure your black wire, you can go ahead and tie it in there first if you like. You want to make sure that you can tie it. So what I mean by tying it is put in a loop and then just twist it. Okay, so now you can see is secured. Okay, so I am, just to make it look nicer, let's see, do I want it this way, this way? No, I'll keep it here. Okay, so I'm going to put some glue and put it down here. All right, now we have the red wire. So the red wire, we want it to come all the way around and attach it to the buzzer. Okay. And I'm going to, all depends on how you want to adjust it and where do you want to put your buzzer. You can put it here, you can put it, actually you can put it anywhere you want. And actually I'm going to put it right here. I like it. Okay. Now comes the LED. So remember earlier I mentioned that the shorter end is negative. And I also said the black wire is negative. But if you look at this chart right here, this is a simple circuit, okay? So you have the positive coming out. It's going to come all the way around. and when it touches, let's say if I touch it, if I touch the metal right here, the buzzer should go off. See? So it's a simple circuit. All right. So in other words, this coming out, this is still positive on this end. So now I can try it out again. See? Okay, so remember, even though black wire is supposed to be negative, it is still a positive circuit. Okay, so make sure the longer one, the longer side is attached to the black wire. So we saw that this works. Now we can just put a little bit of hot glue just to put it in place so it doesn't fall off. Okay, and then now you can decide on where do you want to put the light bulb. You can find other material if you wish to make it look nicer, but I just want to demonstrate to you what the circuit looks like. That's why I'm not putting any more decoration, so to speak. So now I'm going to put it right here, and I'll put a little bit more hot glue. So I'll put that in place. Wait for it to set. Now the next part, we're going to grab our crocodile clip, and we cut one end off with a little bit, just like cut one of the ends off. So we can take out these caps, and you know what, let's cut a little bit more off. Nice. See how it's nice and straight? Now we want to put this, put it through, and let's take a look. All right, this looks good. So now at the bottom of this wire, just put it through first. We want to put this nut and bolt at the bottom of it. So this nut and bolt right here, it just acts as a weight. So put it around, twist it, so it's locked in place. All right, so now I want to make sure. So this is a very important part now. If we look, we want to make sure that the wire does not touch the washer. So you got to find a spot that you see that it does not touch. Okay, and see right here it touches, and right here, perfect. So it's not touching. So I want to lock it now, so I'll put a little bit of glue on the top. So you can see the wire is not touching the washer. So let it set. Now let's test it out if I go ahead and attach this end, and when there's an earthquake, so now it is just a matter of putting everything nice and neat. So we can use tape, or you can use string to tie it around it so it makes it look nicer, or you can just use hot glue.